but I think it has never been easier to start a brand. As a sole practitioner, you can jump on your computer, your little 13-inch MacBook on a beach somewhere and build a brand that hits $1 million. What is going to be really hard is growing your brand beyond that. I think then this is for a number of reasons. One, we're like walking into an economic recession worldwide. So people spend less. Those of you who are listening to this podcast who think that your brand just magically finally took off during the COVID times, you're wrong. Your brand took off because like people were spending money online, and you have to, now that you've hit that COVID double jump, you have to land it. It's going to be harder than ever to hit the ROAS numbers you think you deserve. It's going to be harder than ever to hire people properly. It's going to be harder than ever to motivate people to work. Like, how are you going to get people to work when you're like, come back to the office? You know, how are they? They're not going to want to work for you. I think that we are walking into a real reckoning with DTC brands where, and e-commerce in general, where over the next 2, 3, 4 years, we're going to have to do, brands who want to succeed are going to have to do the hard work that we've been talking about in this podcast. There's a lot of gritty, not fun, annoying, heartbreaking, serious ego smashing work that we've talked about that you have to do. Like, is your product even good? Like, no one wants to have that conversation, right? But that's what you have to do in order to really nail down growth, and you have to manage your expectations. You know, we have to know that being in a digital world like we are, the rules of 1 year ago don't apply to today. As a data scientist, every data scientist who has done any sort of modeling since 2020 has had all of their predictive models ruined entirely by a global shift in consumer behavior. So now we can't even accurately predict a week from now, let alone a year. So I think things are going to get really, really tough.